In this video, I will show you how to create this interaction. So when you go to Instagram, right, and you double click on a feed, you see that heart that comes and goes away, and this heart becomes red. And when you click on this heart, it goes back to the outlined heart, and you can again double click on that and this heart becomes red. Right, so to create this like interaction when double tapping on the feed post image, let's write it down actually to understand what's going on. Okay, so what's actually happening is you have first initial state of the post, right, which is this. Now what happens is when user taps for the first time, right, first tap, there is actually nothing happening, no change on the state of the post's state, right? On the second tap, what happens is there are many things happening. So the first thing is that a white heart grows, showing that animation of like, right? It stays for few millisecond and goes away, right? Heart comes and goes away. And lastly, on the second time tap, what also happens is that like button gets highlighted. So from this like button becomes red, right? So that's all that happens on the second tap. Yeah, first tap, tap, that's what happens. Okay, and if users want to unlike it, right, they can users can tap on the like button, which is the heart button, to unlike the post, right? Or users can simply unlike the post, right, by clicking at the heart button, which will then reset the like button to outlined state, right? And the whole post goes back to the initial state, which is this. It goes back to that state, so that users can again tap and a heart grows, stays for a few seconds, and the like button gets highlighted. So this is the this is what is happening in that small interaction, right? So this is what we are going to work on. And to work on that, we know that all this interaction is happening in this post, and the good thing is that we are using an instance of a feed component, right? So if we created this interaction in that component, it will be implemented in all the instances. So let's go to the component and create this interaction. Okay, so I'll right click on this, say, and main component, go to main component. Okay, this is the component we are using, and this is where we should be working on to create this interaction. All right, so this is our initial state of the post. So what needs to happen is when the user taps on this, there should be no change. Okay, so user taps, there should be no change. So we need to create a variant. So we'll create a variant. So this is the variant, but will not change anything. Okay, so user taps on this picture, right, this photographs, and on tap change to variant 2, nothing happens. Okay, this is perfect. So we have initial state, first tap, no change. Now second tap, a heart grows. So from here, when user taps on this, tap, right, on the second tap, what happens is a heart shows up. So we need to add another variant, but in this variant we need a heart. Okay, let's first add this interaction. On tap, you know what, let's go ahead and add the heart first. Okay, when user taps on this, it comes to this instance or this variant where this should see a heart. Okay, I have this, oops, Command C, Command V. Okay, here is an instance of the heart. I'm going to use that. So tap, this one here. Here there should be a heart, and because we have auto layout implemented, we will say absolute positioning so that we can move it freely. So this is where we want, and we want this heart big, like 90 pixels. Okay, not only that, we also want to make this heart, it has icons style implemented. I'm going to break that, so I'm going to say 90. Okay, all right, 90, and I will say vertically center. All right, and center, so okay, this is what we want. Oh, by the way, the heart is white, so I'm going to say this. So when user taps on user second tap, right, on second tap, on tap, change to variant 3, but we want smart animate. Okay, we want this to have smart animate. We want to see this heart growing. But if we don't have a small heart here, then it will not look like a heart being animated. It will simply look like the heart fading in and out. So what we need is, we need the same heart over here that has zero transparency and super small, so that when user clicks on it, it uses the smart animate, which will then make it look like it's growing up. All right, so what we'll do, we will copy the same heart, paste it here. It's not centered, so let me center it. It's here, right? And then we can make it 1 pixel or 0 pixel, whatever it is, and also change its opacity 0. So on tap, nothing, right? Although there is this heart, user cannot see it, right? But it's there because we want to have that smart animation happening. So on tap, nothing. On another tap, the heart animates, right? The heart grows. It stays for a few minutes and goes away. There is a like button that gets highlighted. Okay, so there is a like button that gets highlighted. So in here, this button needs to be highlighted, and the good thing is that we are using this button component, right? This component where it has two states, the outline and the filled heart. So we can simply change its state to button 2 this, and you have the solid heart, right? Okay, now the third thing is that it stays the white heart stays for a few milliseconds and goes away. So the heart came, right, and now stays for a few seconds and goes away, which means we need to create another instance, right? And in this case, the white heart needs to go away. So basically you want this going back to 0, including the transparency or opacity going back to 0. Okay, when tap, it grows, and in few seconds it goes away, right? Now how do we determine how do we keep this heart for a few seconds? What we do is we go to the prototype, and from this variant to that, we will say after delay, how much delay, 1000 milliseconds maybe, right? And then in 3 seconds, 300 milliseconds, it will transition from here to there, where the heart will go away and this like button is still highlighted. That's what we want. Okay, we are here, right? So we are done with that. Now users can unlike the post, right, by clicking this by clicking the like button or highlighted like button, the red highlighted right like button, this one. So when they click on it, what happens is it resets the like button to outline state, and the post goes back to the initial state. So if you look at this component set, when user clicks on this heart, if we link it back to here, then we get both of these, right? So the heart will be reset to the outline state, and the post also goes back to the initial state, where users can again double tap and then like again. So what we can do is we can add this link from this button to the first one. So here on tap, change to default. We don't need smart animate, instant, and there you go. So this should work. So since we did all of these, created this interaction in the main component, this should work in all the instances. Okay, so let's check this in the pages, the home screen page. Okay, so let's go ahead. All right, okay, looks like something is going on. Double tap. Whoa. This is strange. There you go. All right, I just needed to refresh it. All right, double click. What? Okay, there you go. Shows up, goes away, and then if you click on this button, it goes back, right? And then click on it, goes away, right? There you go. That's it. All right. So yeah, that's how you create the double tap interaction in Figma. All right. I hope this was helpful.